It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they can certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cousins now. His throw incomplete. K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To the air again, it's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 16 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And out of proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
An extra defender into it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
But I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Pulled it good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now gone. And that is incomplete. The Lions at 11-3 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 41. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Goff. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Williams again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going?
Focal point's always the quarterback position, and he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. So what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's gone. This is the tight end, the Joker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now we're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots for close range.
Williams. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And it is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the 1st half here, a long way to go. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Nifty move. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack on first down, Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So on fourth down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Start the drive, but that went incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Complete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started in the Mile High City. Chicago in town to take on Denver. And it's the Bears who have the lead. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the season. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Jabari Zuniga just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Go off a handoff here to Swift. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I have to keep carrying it, thank you.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the line. in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They go play action. Cousins under a heavy rush and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 37.
Gone. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they showed there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy.
Solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Here's Goff. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Williams. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 13. A minute 51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete. It's Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on second down. Cousins completes this to Jefferson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Lions, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll look to get back on the beam next